Welcome to the Nightmare Zoo. Subscribe and never look at the forest the same way again. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can you survive a night with the Dogman? The abandoned logging road was silent, deep in the thickest part of the Huron-Manistee National Forest. We'd seen the crudely drawn signs, "Do not camp," "Keep dogs close," but Jake and I were veterans of the deep woods. We laughed them off as local folklore. We shouldn't have laughed. Midnight brought the familiar sound of the wind, but it also brought a smell. I zipped my sleeping bag up to my chin, trying to ignore it. "Did you hear that?" Jake whispered, his voice thin. I strained my ears. Thump, scrape. I reached for the pepper spray, my heart hammering a frantic rhythm against my ribs. We were 300 feet from the truck, which suddenly felt like 300 miles. The dragging sound stopped directly behind our nylon tent. Then came the breathing. It was heavy, deep, guttural, a pressurized hiss that made the tent fabric vibrate. It was breathing with a force and depth that was definitely not human, and definitely not a bear. It smelled like death and dirt. Jake scrambled for his knife. "Get the light." A claw, thick as my wrist, ripped vertically down the side of the tent. The sound was deafening. The moon spilled in, illuminating the tier and the massive shadow leaning over us. The creature was bipedal, towering. Its muzzle was long, its teeth like polished daggers, and its eyes burned with a predatory yellow light. It was pure muscle, covered in matted, dark fur, standing easily 7 feet tall. The joints of its legs bent backward, giving it a hunched, terrifying posture. It snarled a sound that combined a wolf's howl with a pig's squeal, the ultimate noise of raw, intelligent hunger. It ripped the entire side of the tent away, its immense paw sweeping Jake up instantly. Jake didn't even have time to scream. There was a wet, sickening snap followed by a brief, muffled struggle. I scrambled backward, kicking out of my sleeping bag and tripping over the gear, trying desperately to crawl toward the open flap. The Dogman paid me no attention. Its focus was entirely on its prey, hunched low, its terrible silhouette framed by the pine trees. I got to my feet and ran blindly into the woods, the sound of tearing canvas and the low, guttural feasting drowning out my panicked gasps. I never saw the creature chase me. As I fled, I kept looking over my shoulder, seeing only shadows. It didn't need to chase me. It knew I was already gone, running away from the quiet, dark spot where I'd left Jake. And as I ran toward the lights of the distant highway, I realized I had just survived the night, but the Dogman was still back there, waiting.